Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. Please subscribe. Turn on the notifications, new episodes every day. Let's get started. In this video, we're looking at a star fruit, a very, very ripe, some would say overripe, I hope. Star fruit I just picked from my backyard. Now, these are easy to grow in my estimation, and if you're interested in growing some of your own, there are links in the description to where you can get them online. So go check that out, click it, supports the channel. I have a series that I call Watcha Got Growing On, where I'm growing 50 pots worth of things, and I'm trying to grow a lot of the things from just what's available in my backyard. And one of the things that is very easy to do, and you could actually do this from a star fruit you purchased at the grocery store. But by the way, make sure you like the flavor of the fruit you grow the seed from. It seems like an obvious thing, but let's not get carried away. So this is the carambola starfruit tree. Very unusual fruit, very star-shaped fruit, as you can see. So let's start by just chopping the end off. And there you have it, the star shape. Now, down the center of this fruit are rows of seeds, and they're very soft seeds, so I don't want to damage them. So I'm just going to choose to go right down the middle. Oops. Ooh, now see, that one was overripe. Look at that. Oh no, not overripe. I thought that was a rotten spot. Those are seeds. Hey, they didn't get cut in half by the knife. Okay, so we'll harvest those. And that's 2 seeds. There we have them. Alright, chop down the middle again. See what we can find. I don't see any more in there. Ah, there's one. You can kind of see how the seeds are. It's not a very seedy plant. You can see it's a very juicy, delicious plant. Certainly. Extremely vigorous plant is what you'll find. Oh, I think I just gave that one the old chopperoo. Maybe not. Probably not. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it. What do we get out of here? Okay, there's... Just squeeze these, make starfruit juice. Alright, out of that, oh, I see one more we missed. Up here. That's a good one. Is there more up in there? No, that's it. Okay, so out of that whole star fruit we got 5 seeds, which should be, I would claim, vigorous growers. Now, how about we check that claim out? Well, this is the series to do that. This is what you got growing on. And in this episode, we're going to plant starfruit seeds. And then as you stay tuned, you can see how these little suckers get started. I'm going to plant all of these seeds in one pot. And then we can separate them later. Okay, now I know this is a good variety because I've eaten it for years. And as you look at the glistening truth by these seeds, you're going to count on excellent harvests for sure. Many crops a year. This is a good filler fruit tree for your backyard as you form your fruit forest. I hope you are. This is a good one to consider. And look how easy it is. I've got links in the description to seeds you can get, or you can get a fruit itself and get the seeds out of there, or your friend has a tree. However you get this going, I would get it going. Even in a greenhouse situation, I'll get it going because this is such a vigorous, fast-growing, and big producer of fruit. It's, for me, a must-have in most any collection. Let's stop talking and start planting. All right, let's get out to the grow table. And there we have it. 5 little starfruit seeds that came from this starfruit tree right here. You can see still plenty on there. Oh, by the way, while we're here, Let's go ahead and check out what that starfruit flower looks like. I hope that shot came out good. That was a cool purple flower. Okay, so here we go. Let's do the quick update before we plant these. The crotons I planted are doing well. This one with the bigger leaves is probably going to need to be trimmed down the leaves to let the trunk have a chance, but one seems to be doing okay. The other one back there seems to be droopy. But this one, vigorous. Whoa, there's a snake. See that? That's a black racer. Wow. That's cool. Okay, well, detour. Well, this guy does bite, but usually only if you approached him. Look at him watch me. See that white chin? he's a mad boy. That's the way they are. I've had him actually strike on me if I approach him. They're very, yeah, so he's clearly positioned in a defensive spot. I'm gonna, oh, I guess, okay, he's gonna go? You gonna leave me? I don't know. Well, anyway, yeah, little black racer, southern black racer. They're very useful in the garden. I've got many of them, and I like them. Isn't that amazing? That thing's trying to scoot under the fence. Ooh, he sees me. See that movement I made? What is that? Alright, it looks like he's moving on down the way. I don't mind that much. I wonder if I could maybe motivate him. And there we go. Uh-oh, he's highly agitated now. You're supposed to go running, not get defensive. But after all, you know, honestly, how I thought I could scare him away, but he only he only hunkered down. All right, we'll let him do his thing for a little bit. All I want to do is plant these 5 starfruit seeds. I'm on a mission, and if I have to face the serpent at the gates, well, you know, for Eat Your Backyard, we'll do it. There he is. Okay, he's starting to want to climb over this thing here. There he goes, past the aloe plant. That's what we like to see. Okay, I think we'll forget about him for a sec. Let's go ahead and plant these. This is where you're like, flip-flops, best choice. I just did a double take. I didn't see him coming back. All right, let's plant some starfruit. Here we go. Just going to take it and press it down. This soil's already wet, so I'm not even going to water it. I think it's good for it to germinate like this, but I'm just going to press those seeds down. I think one might have gotten away from me, actually. Or maybe I planted 2 in one hole. Either way, we're not going to stress out. Just going to plant them in there, lightly pack them down, and there we go, right next to the oyster plant. So let's continue doing our update. I got so distracted by that snake. All right. So all of the Dracaena, we planted 5 varieties, are all doing beautifully, better than the day they were planted. I mean, unbelievable. Look at this. So easy. If you watch the video of when we planted that, it was just, yeah. Now the interesting thing is going to be when it starts to grow. It'll start to get a little height. This is a beautiful Dracaena. These are all beautiful. And this one, which is a very small cutting, is really thriving. Okay, now this is our ever-bearing mulberry. Man, oh man. And it is got bulging little buds on it. It's certainly alive, but it hasn't sprouted yet. And I don't know that it will, just because, you know, it might take a little time. But I expect it to sprout eventually. Okay, now here is our Waman bamboo, the Buddha belly, the famous Buddha belly, and I've grown it in my yard for years. I have many videos on Eat Your Backyard about it. If you're interested, check them out. It is growing. It's got a little sprout right here. And now, most recently, if you look very carefully, you'll see little sprouts growing in there. See them? Yeah, so it's now just beginning to do its thing. Now, if you remember how I planted these, okay, these are nodes, right? There's a node, that's where it's going to grow. Node here, and then one below. And that's where the roots will form, and then this is where the green growth will occur. That's why you plant them like that, and it's working. This is the deer's paw native edible I planted. I just transplanted it. It's really struggling. I think this is going to be a fail, but it grew for some amount of time. Here is the Montingia tree, which I resurrected from seeds gone by. I was looking over my shoulder for that snake, these flip-flops, but anyway. And it is really powering now, and I even had a little one that I planted in there. It's doing its thing too. Here's that pad cactus, the edible Nepali pad cactus. It's alive, and it'll start growing little buds of cactuses here shortly. That's an edible cactus. This is the Chinese tallow. Top died off, nice little sprouts have formed, growing well. None of these seeds I planted have sprouted yet, but that's not a problem. Take a little longer, I think, for those to sprout. Here's our pumpkin. We planted a couple of seeds, a few seeds there, and all of them sprouted. A couple of them are late bloomers like these down here. We'll just let those die or kill them and let these two grow, and I think they're growing vigorously. Pumpkin is the #1 way to get a kid into growing seeds because it grows so big so fast. Look at how big that is. That was in no time. One of the last things planted. And then the fig, the brown turkey fig we took from suckers off the bottom cuttings. And you can see the nice green nodes, buds. Those are new, and that is because it is immediately wanting to take off. If we look over here, one of the things we planted was that tiny little yucca. And I got a big yucca here. But we planted a tiny little sprout yucca, and it's alive and green and almost looks like it's like sprouting a little bit. So I think that might have some hope. So there we have it. You see grape that we have tree forming over it continues to provide a nice little shade barrier so that these can sprout and grow in somewhat shade. Here in Florida that is tough to find sometimes, but right up against this southern fence in my yard, southern facing fence, I can get some shade as the sun gets lower on the horizon. One other little novelty, since you stayed till the end of the video, I want to share something with you. When I was first building this little grow table, and I recorded that video, one of the things I did was I cleared out this bottom section. I had like 4 of these nice Dracaena here, which are similar to these Dracaena I'm growing right here. And I topped them off. And look at this. Now those are shooting up little sprouts. And now it'll produce a nice little area of growth right here. And I did the same thing here. Look at that. Nice little areas of growth. So this area I'm just keeping trim low and have a nice little variety, some dwarf schefflera, a little bit of plumeria, a variety of the Dracaena, etc. to just fill it in and make it look nicer than just an open place with things that are easy to grow. And if you just keep up on them a little bit with the trimming, man, it looks beautiful in no time. Alright, so hey, please subscribe. Please click the links in the description to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode of What You Got Growing On. Is that a Jamaican cherry?